Is it possible to get abs by only jumping rope? Yes, absolutely. I feel like this is a question that I get asked sometimes, and so I just want to address it on today's video. Can you get abs solely from jumping rope? Yes, you can get abs from just jumping rope. You can get abs in a lot of different ways, because honestly, the only thing that matters in seeing a six-pack or in getting a six-pack or seeing visible abs is a calorie deficit. And a calorie deficit just means that you are consuming less than you're burning. Now, the reason that jumping rope is really good at helping people get abs is because jumping rope is just a really awesome way to burn a massive amount of calories. Plus, if you're doing it correctly, it's very low impact. So that's why you can do it for a long period of time and potentially burn a massive amount of calories. That's why fighters and boxers use jump rope as their way to not only become more agile, but to cut weight, because they can jump rope in one of those really hot rubber suits for like 3 hours, burn a ton of calories and make weight. I'm not suggesting that you do the same, but I guess what I'm saying is if you're going to lose weight and create a calorie deficit, doing something like jump rope will allow you to burn a massive amount of calories, making it easier to stay in a calorie deficit. An example I want to give you guys to demonstrate how you could get abs doing anything. So let's say your resting metabolic rate is 2,000 calories. That means if I don't do anything today at all, I will still burn 2,000 calories. But let's say I also jump rope and I burn 3,000 calories. That means that my resting metabolic rate, 2,000 calories, plus how many calories I burn from exercise, 3,000, that total is 5,000 calories. So for the day, I've burned 5,000 calories. Now, let's say I eat 4,000 calories. You might be like,
dude, 4,000 calories, that's a lot of food.
Well, that's okay, because I burned 5,000 calories for the day, meaning that I am in a negative 1,000 calorie deficit. By the way, I don't recommend jumping rope every day to burn 3,000 calories. I'm just doing it for this example. So in this example, I'm in a negative 1,000 calorie deficit. So if I keep this up, I'm gonna lose body fat. Now let's look at the other side of this. Again, assuming that my resting metabolic rate is 2,000, let's say I burn 500 calories from exercise. So my total calories burned for the day are 2,500 calories. And let's say I only eat 3,000 calories, as in the first part of the example, I was eating 4,000 calories. But the problem is in the second equation, I've only burned for the day 2,500 calories and I'm eating 3,000 calories. So that leaves me with a plus 500 calorie surplus. So even though I ate more food in the first example, I was still in a massive calorie deficit, which is why I'll lose body fat, versus the second example, I didn't eat as much, but I didn't create a calorie deficit. So the reason I'm saying this is that at the end of the day, the thing that matters most is you creating a calorie deficit. If you are doing ab exercises all day, but you are still in a calorie surplus, you are not going to lose belly fat, you are not going to lose weight, and then you are not going to be able to see visible abs. So again, I just want to drive it home. However you can maintain a calorie deficit, that's what you want to do. Now, as you lose this weight, I would also recommend doing resistance training, because as you're losing body fat, you want to still maintain a good amount of lean muscle, giving you that lean and cut physique, that jump rope dude physique like we always talk about on this channel. If you're just in a calorie deficit, you're going to be losing body fat, but you also might be losing muscle, which might not give you as lean and cut of a look, versus if you're eating in a calorie deficit, but then you're also doing something like push-ups or pull-ups. So the point I'm trying to make here is, can you get abs from jumping rope? Hell yeah. You could do only jump rope and just making sure that you're in a calorie deficit. You could not even do any ab exercises and still get a six-pack. That's a very common misconception that we hear, just in the fitness world in general, that you actually don't have to do abs to get abs. Now, just like any other muscle, you can work on your abs so that they grow and look more defined and pronounced. But again, as long as you have a bunch of belly fat around them, it's not going to matter how much they're growing or how pronounced they are, because you're not going to see them. So again, calorie deficit is king, and using something like a weighted jump rope is the absolute best way to stay in a calorie deficit. So be sure to check out the link that we have here. My favorite jump rope for weight loss, of course, is the cross rope. You've heard us talk about it before, but yeah, that's linked up here. There's also a little code, do the thing, to save some money, so go check that out. All right, y'all, hope this video was helpful. Let me know any other questions, both weight loss or jump rope, that I can answer in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next video.